Hello, everybody. Been missing in action for a couple of days. My apologies. Um, yeah, life happens sometimes, doesn't it? And yeah, I really just needed to take a day or two to go within and sort a few things. Sort what was mine and what was somebody else's. No, you'll understand that. um, what I want to share with you today is this, and I think it's really important as a transformational speaker, stepping into that space where we're going to be um, intent on supporting others to change their lives. We're going to need more strength and courage than we actually considered in the past. So today, I want you to find somebody whom you need to have a conversation with, but you don't actually want to have it. So I know there'll be somebody. There'll be somebody in your life, somebody in your circle, someone in your periphery whom you need to talk to, but for various reasons have not initiated that conversation. So whether you do that in person, face to face, or whether you do it figuratively speaking, set up an altar, sit down and talk to the spirit of that person. Either way will be equally effective. And what I want you to do is to really sit with and find the courage you didn't know you had to say what you need to say. And you're doing this, number one, to clean up that space. And it doesn't have to be a biggie, but just to clean up, tidy up that space. And to notice, all right? To really be present to yourself and notice every little step along the way where you're being moved emotively. This is going to be a very emotive process. You're going to experience things from the middle of your chest up to your neck, maybe even into the tears, with tears welling. And I just want you to notice when they come up and what you're saying when it comes up, because this will give you an acute awareness of where some of your core things lie. What's really in your heart that you want to say. Yes, there are some facts and figures and some methodology and processes, but wrapping all that together is you and your essence. And this will help you to find it. So let me just summarize. I want you to go and seek out, have the conversation with someone that you don't want to have that conversation with, right? So having the conversation you don't want to have. Now, you have two choices. You can do it either face-to-face, in person, or set up an altar, something sacred, and just figuratively speaking, have that conversation. Use the courage that you didn't know you had to have that conversation and be noticing yourself as the words come through, the phrases come through, and how you are feeling. Notice the flux of emotions, where you're feeling things, whether there are any tears, how it is feeling for you. This will give you access to be able to express more emotively when you're speaking, because you're really nutting down now to speak into the layers of the core of your truth. So you might be sharing this story. That's not what the exercise is about. The exercise is to get you into the space. And it's not that all of your presentation is going to be wrapped in this deep emotive place, but sufficient of it will be for people to notice. I remember speaking at my mother's funeral, and someone afterwards came and spoke to me, and she said, "Oh, gee," she said, "didn't you give a deeply spiritual, praise of your mother and that letter that you wrote her. So, yeah, when we can reach our core, we help others reach theirs. And want to remind you, haven't seen any notices on the board yet about any speaking engagements that you've managed to orchestrate. So yeah, doesn't have to happen in the next couple of days, but I want to see it on the page. Let's see when it's happening, when and why. Okay, talk to you soon. Catch you on the other side.